Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. So right now, precious metals have been pretty stagnant over the past 5 or so days, and I found a couple articles I want to share with you guys talking about how silver is prepping for a huge move right now, showing the chart analysis of it and, some context behind the scenes. Both links to these articles will be in the description. So for the last 5 or 6 days, it's been a pretty non-event for the precious metals. Every rally has been met with either sellers or every sell-off allowed buyers to come in. In the meantime, they have gone nowhere, which suggests a much bigger move coming, which is definitely true. I mean, you don't want any type of market to just keep going up, up, up. That usually signals that there's going to be a huge crash. Like, look at Bitcoin a couple of years ago when it shot up to $20,000. That was a huge red sign indicator that there was going to be an extremely large crash coming, and it actually didn't really recover from that. So you want to have some sell-offs, you want to have some dips. That's just your opportunity to buy silver for a little cheaper as prices are corrected back down, but that doesn't mean they're going to stay down. Usually they do go back up. But anyways, as we evaluate the recent market action, the default action should be to the downside. It's obvious that a big move is coming. Bulls will reason with the economy that is in trouble. Interest rates are falling and they're wishing for metals higher. So that's definitely true as well. I mean, it is pretty obvious that there's going to be some type of huge recovery coming, a rally. I mean, it's just setting up. If you look at all the different things happening in the economy, it's a no-brainer that precious metals are the safest, smartest, and have the most opportunity to appreciate in value out of anything else. So the bears will make the case that the recent footprint shows a downtrend and the selling resistance expected, but the assumption that all the news that the bulls are suggesting for the reasons to go higher have been priced and well in advance of the current price move. The bottom line, as long as gold stays below $1,520 and silver stays below $18, the path of resistance is least lower. And we are short and sellers, and until the meantime, the metals will close resistance levels. It's that simple. And here's a chart showing, everything right here. You could see this here's the support and resistance levels. I forget exactly what they are. I went over them yesterday in my chart video if you want to check that out. But there is some levels we have to definitely focus on over the next couple days that will show even more, I guess, in depth where the prices are headed. You could also use the gold to silver ratio if you're trying to figure out if gold or silver is the better buy. Obviously, usually silver is the better buy right now because silver usually outperforms gold in the longer term. So if you're looking for some type of real capital investment or real type of profits to capitalize off of, silver is definitely your best bet. Gold's more for a quick flipper trading type situation. But anyways, let's go into this other article. It's talking about a price forecast. This will also be in the description if you want to check it out. But this is pretty interesting because he does go over some really good points. So silver markets initially tried to rally during the trading session on Thursday, but found enough resistance near the $18 level to roll over and break down rather significantly. The volatility will probably continue as the trade talks are going on over the next 2 days. This is definitely true as well. This article wasn't written today. The last one was. But volatility is actually, it can be beneficial for yourself if you are a trader, or even if you learn how to recognize the patterns and see where the dips are or where the corrections coming are. You can definitely capitalize off of this. I know a lot of you guys are in precious metals for the longer term and for the long haul, quote unquote, so you aren't really too worried about prices for the day-to-day side of it. I still think it is beneficial to stay or become aware and just kind of keep an eye on everything, because it could affect the way you stack in the future. Also, just becoming more educated on what's happening in the economy will definitely benefit you during the times when it does come to that time frame to sell or buy. But anyways, so the silver markets initially tried to rally during the trading session on Thursday, but found enough resistance at the $18 level, which is not only a large, round, psychologically significant figure, but it also is an area where we have seen a lot of order flow in both directions. Beyond that, downline makes up that part of the wedge market. It's been trading, has offered quite a bit of structure for the market. So with that in mind, I believe that the uptrend line is closer to the $17.25 level, and that should offer significant support. Underneath there, $17 level is even more support. The market has obviously been volatile and probably will continue to be so. Now, this article was written, when was this written actually? So it was written October 10th, so it was yesterday. But, still though, look at silver right now. I think it's at $17.45. It's down 3 cents right now, but it still is showing a lot of volatility. And this could be beneficial for, the day traders or even the ETF side of it. And I am curious if you guys are in ETFs, what portion of your portfolio is ETFs compared to physical bullion? Are you investing into physical bullion, or do you strictly focus on ETFs? And why are you into the exchange traded funds rather than physical bullion? I've made videos comparing and contrasting the two. I do see benefits in both. They do both have some factors that the others don't. But I myself, I guess as a hardcore silver stacker, I just see the physical side of precious metals being much more beneficial, staying away from the digital side. I do see that you can make money in the ETFs, but if you're going to invest in the precious metals, you're investing into it because the intrinsic value of the metal content and how valuable and undervalued silver is and how it's used in technology. So I don't really see why people invest or focus so much time on the ETFs. I myself see the opportunity in the actual metal content itself. You get to actually hold your coins in your own hand, and that's where the real value comes from. But anyways, the 50-day EMA has also offered a bit of support, so that could, of course, suggest quite a bit of technical confluence as well. The market has been in an uptrend for some time, but 15% gain during the month of August was, of course, a bit much. So it makes sense that the market should continue to offer value, although the most recent highs have been lower. We have not broken down yet, though. So until that happens, one would think that with all the global risks out there, it makes sense that there would seem some type of bullish pressure eventually based upon either failure on the part of the Americans and Chinese to come together, or perhaps just further quantitative easing, which is definitely a good point. There's so many different things happening. You would think that eventually one of these things is going to give, and it's going to push things into a very much needed rally. When gold and silver do rise right now, when they do rally, it's only short lived. It's not like that $19.50 range that we saw a couple months ago. It is really short lived, and I think that might be from people just capitalizing off of some profits as they see that these markets don't move the way that cryptocurrency and some other investments do. A lot of people do want that quick dollar. They don't have the patience or the time, and they don't really want to be investing into it for several years down the line. Also, it is coming closer to the end of the year, so the holidays are coming up, so people might be capitalizing and getting ready for, shopping, Christmas time, all that. So that could influence prices as well, but definitely US-China the negotiations are going to be highly affecting the prices over the next couple of days. You also have the FOMC meeting and the interest rates getting cut. We have the Iran tensions. There's so many different things, the Hong Kong protests. So this is all stuff that could definitely influence prices over the next couple months. You also have the 2020 presidential election next year, which is definitely going to be one of the biggest price influencers. So right now, I definitely think that silver is ready. It's prepping for a huge move. I don't know to what extent. I'm curious where you guys think the move is going to go, into the $19 range, into the $20 range. What do you guys think? I remember going over an article saying $25 silver by Thanksgiving. Now, I'm not trying to be too bullish. I don't want to mislead you guys. I don't want to, set you guys up to be, misguided and to have resentment towards precious metals because you have such high expectations. But there definitely is opportunity, and that's what you need to remember, is that regardless of where the price goes right now to the day-to-day, the long-term side definitely shows huge gains, and there's various reasons why. Just remember that silver was $50 in 2011. Not even 10 years ago, silver was $50. So right now, there still is a lot of opportunity, especially if you are in this for the 5, 10, 15-year time frame, which I am as well. I'm not planning on selling for 15, 20 years down the line. So imagine where silver could be by then. I mean, the opportunity, the potential is literally, it's to the sky. I mean, the sky's the limit at that point, because who knows, especially as the dollar's deflating, especially as everything with the political side is still not really becoming any type of negotiations really coming together. Who knows where prices could go, especially as tensions get higher, as emotional involvement gets more attached to these markets and to the economy. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. The 2 links will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. Like I said, sometimes I try to highlight the main parts of the article. These were fairly short, so I was able to read all of them. But I'm curious what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that silver is getting set up for a big move? Or do you think it's going to stay on this, bearish path? And do you think it's going to stay fairly low? And also why? I'm curious why. The context matters, definitely matters in these situations, because there could definitely be a main point or a major factor that I haven't covered, or maybe you guys have, kind of thought about in a different perspective or different light than other people have, and it might highly affect the way we invest. So I'd love to hear it. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll probably post 1 or 2 other videos today, so stay tuned for those as well. Thank you guys. Make sure to like this video if you thought it was educational, informational, or just entertaining. Make sure to subscribe, because I do post daily videos. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.